Hello to my EI families. I hope you're all doing well. I miss you so much. I just wanted to put out a quick video today to share with you all kind of a common theme I think that a lot of us have shared are those tantrums, those meltdowns, those upsets. A lot of times at this age, it's kind of hard to determine what even causes those upsets, those meltdowns that they have. Sometimes it's that they can't express to us exactly what they need or what they want. They know what they need, they know what they want, but they can't communicate yet. They don't have those words yet. So we want to kind of help them. And so if they come up to us and they're grunting or they're kind of pulling on you and if you figure out what they want and they want to drink and they have their cup, you say, oh, you want cup. You label those objects, do the sign cup, you want to drink, just to kind of help decrease some of that frustration. But sometimes we might not know what it is, or sometimes they are just having one of those days. We even have those days as adults. Sometimes it's sensory related. Sometimes something doesn't feel right and they don't know how to express that, so it looks like they're having a behavior. Sometimes something doesn't smell good to them and it's making them feel physically nauseous. Sometimes something might be too bright or too loud for them, and it hurts their eyes or it hurts their ears. There are so many different variables that a lot of times I think us as adults, we can't always see them. And we don't always feel the same things that they're feeling, so it's hard for us to understand, especially for those kiddos that can't express, I'm feeling this way, I don't like this, I don't like the sound of this, I don't like the taste of this, the texture, I don't like the way this feels. So I think sometimes it's hard for us to understand and know what to do in those situations. So I would just like to share one of the things that kind of worked for myself and my son after many trial and error things that we have tested out. As a lot of you probably are aware, and for those of you that aren't, my son has a diagnosis of sensory processing disorder. So what that means is it's a neurological condition, and the way that he processes different sensory information for him is different than the way that a lot of the rest of us process information. Sometimes he can, be the loudest kid in the room, but if he hears a certain sound that he doesn't like, or something is too loud for him, he will cover his ears and he will cry. A lot of times we use noise canceling headphones because things are too loud. He gets overwhelmed sometimes when we go in public and there are a lot of places, so we have to find quiet spots to take breaks, things like that. And a lot of times, if you're not aware that a child does have sensory sensitivities, it does look like they're having behavior issues. It does look like they're having meltdowns and, kind of unsure of what to do in those moments. But one of the things that I have found to work are just taking a break from whatever is going on, removing him from the situation, and not doing a timeout. That's not what I'm saying for this. This is just a place where he goes. It's his calm down spot. And what I noticed with him is he would get upset and he would go and hide in his closet. And not that I'm advocating putting your child in the closet. Of course, I'm not advocating that. But we did find that this is what worked for him. So what I did was I cleaned out the bottom of his closet and I put a cozy chair in there. I put some of his favorite things in there that are calm, that bring his body down, things that he can use to help self-regulate. And this has been a really great tool for him. At first, he kind of needed help and guidance into, okay, I see you're upset. We need to go and we need to take a break. So I would remove him from the situation and we would go into his calm down place and And, you know, he would take a break for however long he needed until his body felt calm, and then he could go and join back in. And now that he is used to it and he knows that's kind of the routine, that's what we do when he gets upset. And now he initiates those breaks himself, which is huge and just fantastic that he has that recognition. And he knows that about his body, that he can feel himself escalating, and he gets to that point where he knows, I need to take a break. So I do have some pictures that I would like to share with you guys of him utilizing his calm down space, and that I thought were really great, that I thought that I would really like to share those with you guys. And then I also have a calm down book that I'm going to share with you all that uses breathing techniques, and I also have read that with him every night probably since the age of 2, and he is 6 now, so I know this book very well, and so does he. It's probably one of my favorites. I love it. So I hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I do. One thing that I would like to add that I forgot to mention earlier is that, as I've talked about before, our children pick up on our what we put out there. So if we're escalated, you know, they'll escalate too, and they feel that stress. It's the same thing with calming down and using these strategies. If we first step away from an escalated situation, calm our bodies, and we approach the situation with a calm body, then they're going to sense our calmness and kind of feed off of that. So this technique can be used on toddlers and even babies, even as little as newborns and up, even, you know, babies that have colic or things like that. If you just kind of hold them tight and put them close to you and do the deep breaths, that you kind of download yourself onto them, and they feel that calmness, and hopefully that calmness carries over to them. That was just something that I wanted to mention, that it doesn't have anything to do with a child being old enough to express, ooh, I'm overwhelmed, or old enough to recognize I feel this way. It can even work on the littlest of babies if they're crying and upset and you don't really know what's wrong and you've tried everything. That's just another technique that you can try with those babies as well. I will also add some different types of breathing techniques that you can try out with your kiddos at the end of the video. And you can also use different strategies, such as breathe in through your nose like you're smelling a flower, and you can actually have, you know, a flower, or you can use, if you have like essential oils or things like that, you can dip like a cotton ball or something in some and have them smell like lavender, is very calming scent, something like that. Or if they just have something that they really like to smell that's calming for them, that would be great. You can have them practice like blowing out like a birthday candle, or blowing through a straw and moving cotton balls or things like that, blowing a pinwheel, blowing bubbles. All of those are great things to help practice with breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. So I just thought I would add that too. Bye guys. Calm down time. Sometimes I'm sad. Sometimes I'm mad. Sometimes I start to scream and shout. I want to get my feelings out. It's calm down time. I see you're upset. I'm here to help. So take a deep breath. I can breathe in and out while I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm taking care of me. One, 2, 3. I'm taking care of me. My calm down place is a quiet space for me to take a break. I can cry to feel better. I might say, hug me please, or hold me please. Or I can put my arms around myself to give my body a squeeze. If I want to, I can rock back and forth or side to side and sing a quiet song. If I want to, I can talk. My words tell how I feel. My words help me calm down. I breathe. One, two, three. I'm calm as can be. I'm taking care of me. After a break, I feel like new, and so can you. The end.